I just want to introduce the idea of the data mining example that we'll be going through in Graph Theory 4. So let's imagine that we have some company, it has a website, maybe it sells widgets, or it sells something that, that customers can complain about. And let's say that at this company they're trying to decide which customers should we give a gift certificate, which customers who complain, which of the customers who've complained about our product should we give a gift certificate to, and which ones should we not give a gift certificate to. And I guess you could think of the idea being that some complaints might really just be so that they could get a gift certificate. Well, we don't want to give gift certificates to people that are going to use our products anyway, or to people that don't really use our products. We only want to give gift certificates to people that have valid complaints. All right, and so the idea, let's say that we have n complaints here. Right, here's C1 is a complaint, C2 is a complaint, C3 is a complaint. And C1 has some text, right? So I do not like your product. C2, your product broke, and other things, right? So these are all sentences that contain some text. They're complaints. And so the idea is that we want to separate the complaints into two groups. And then decide which of those groups we want to give the gift certificate to. So the way we're going to do this is we'll turn the complaints into a graph, and then use what we've learned in graph theory, the graph theory section of this class, to let's say we have maybe five, to keep things small, let's say we have 5 complaints: C1, C2, C3, C4, and C5. And now we'll figure out a way to have edges between these complaints, and the edges will give, and so the idea, right, is you have these edges between these things, and we'll figure out, you'll see it through this, through working through these videos, and you'll see through working through the worksheet how this could be done. You'll see the graph theory and matrix manipulation that could be used to get to this point, where we're at, say, right here. And now, in a real application, these edges might have weights, where like, say this is a 2, this is just a 1, maybe this is a 1, and this is a 1, and this is a 3 here. Let's maybe make this into something else. Let's make this into a 4, and make this into a 3 here. And so you can see, and so then this is where our application will end, is we have each of these complaints separated into a graph of complaints, where we have edges that are weighted, that tell like the higher weight is a stronger bond between these complaints. And so you can see in this example right here is that you could think of this as one of your groups, and you could think of this as one of your groups, right? C5 and C4 are strongly connected to each other, and C4 and C3 and C4 and C2 have a lower weight of connection between each other. And in a real world example, this the complaints would be, the complaints or the text that you're trying to categorize could be huge. You could have millions of book reviews. You could have millions of emails or any types of things that you're trying to categorize. And when you get to the graph here, then deciding what these actual groups are, that I like the group I have in red versus the group I have in blue, here we would use some sort of clustering algorithm. There's lots of different clustering algorithms out there, but we're not going to go into that in this class. What I want you to see from this example is how graph theory can be used to separate text, to categorize text, to get to the point where we would use a clustering algorithm to cluster these things into two groups. And so in our example, what we'll start with is we'll start with 4 sentences, S1, S2, S3, and S4. A collection like this, are like our collection of complaints or our collection of sentences. For whatever reason, this is called a corpus. A corpus is like a collection of documents. And so this application is often referred to as document and word clustering, or term document clustering, document and term clustering. But that's what we're doing.